Welcome into your Friday edition of Inspiration and Affirmations here on Unmasked Universe. I'm so glad that you can join me today for Friday, January 10th. 1-0, the big 1-0. We're here. So we've made it through a lot of things in 2024, a lot of changes, a lot of challenges, a lot came up for release to be healed and transmuted, and we're finally into 2025. And so that means that we don't stop, but we're going to be carried forward faster with a faster momentum into 2025. And this month is kind of the residual wrap up of any of the old cycles, any of the old ways of being, because you're going to feel like you're getting pulled forward and you're going to feel like you're falling behind, but that is an illusion. And you need to, this is the time when you're going to need to ground yourself the most into the new reality, because um, it's the energy is moving at such a quick momentum that it's going to feel like you're constantly chasing your tail unless you ground your energy, unless you firmly plant yourself in your new reality and bring yourself back into your body. So if you've been feeling that way, if you feel like you're constantly behind and that you can't get enough done, then it is time to step back, take some time to rest, take some time to meditate or contemplate or just be mindful or even get grounded. And this is actually what you should be doing. Because as a light worker, you're here as an anchor point. And so if you're not anchoring your energy into the vibration and holding it there where it should be, which is in a grounded state, then you're going to feel like you're being drugged forward without being able to catch up. You're going to get caught up in the energy that everybody else is caught up in, and that's not your energy to take on any longer. Okay, now that you're awakening or have awakened, that energy is there to serve as kind of a motivation to all those who have not awoken to really wake up, to get on it, to get acting on their actual path, on their deepest desires, which is to get in alignment. um, so don't get caught up in the sway of things, in the flow of things. Don't feel like you're losing your mind, or that don't start to feel anxious. If you're starting to feel anxious again, it's time to get grounded. It's time to root yourself. Now is the time for us who are already on that path to really root firmly down into the earth and hold that light, hold that frequency, hold that energy and space for others to follow on the path. So just a little bit of an energy update. I think today we're going to switch it up a bit. Instead of starting with affirmations, I kind of want to get a read on energy for today, um, just to see where we're at. Start that way. All right. So, spirit guides and ancestors, collective spirit guides and ancestors. What is the collective experiencing energetically as a whole, or maybe facing on Friday, January 20th? What is the collective energy on Friday, January 20th? Or what kind of energy might they be facing? This one card, please, Spirit. What kind of energy is the collective experiencing? Oh, that one almost flipped. On January 10th, Friday. Use some thank you, Spirit. There we go. Oh, funny. When I was shuffling, I was looking at this card. So the card is strategy. Okay. So that's quite interesting. Interesting start to our day. Oh, it did not refocus on me because I did not come slow enough. Okay. Had a long day today, but it was enjoyable. But it is the end of my night. Uh, so I am a bit tired at the moment. Okay, so let's get a little feel on what else we might be going through. So, Spirit, what does the collective need most? Which affirmations are most applicable to the collective for Friday's energy? Please and thank you, Spirit. What energies, oh, thank you, are most applicable for the collective? Oh, wow, that was a lot. On Friday. What are the most applicable affirmations for the collective on Friday? I think I said that backwards. Once you start getting into channeling, sometimes you just completely forget about what you are saying and get into it. I've had to watch something back again to get the full message. Okay, thank you, Spirit. All right. Oh, so we had this card earlier. We had this card on Thursday. So I'm seeing some overlapping energy, which happens frequently, as you may be noticing if you're a regular watcher of this particular feed. I deserve to be happy. Yeah, sorry. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve perfect health. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve perfect health. And now, if you're new here, I do slow these down the second time around so that you have the opportunity to say these affirmations out loud yourself. Okay, second one. I am interested in life and living once more. I find every act of living to be gratifying and take pleasure in it all. I love my life. That's a long one. I am interested in living. Sorry. I am interested in life and living once more. I find every act of living to be gratifying and take pleasure in it all. I love my life. All right, so the fourth one is I am heard, seen, and validated. My voice is powerful, my presence is unforgettable, and my story is inspiring. So again, I am heard, seen, and validated. My voice is powerful, my presence is unforgettable, and my story is inspiring. Okay, so the last one is my heart and mind are always in sync and in perfect resonance with each other. So, my heart and mind are always in sync and in perfect resonance with each other. All right. Just going to get some water here. So, oh, my my children and I went out today, being Thursday when I record this. And my daughter and I got our nails done. We got some fancy gel nails. Probably can't see them that well in this light, but it was a nice treat getting pampered a little bit. She really enjoyed it. She got green and pink because Wicked came out recently. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about the Wizard of Oz and the two witches. It goes further into the story, but she saw it recently and she's been over the moon about it and the music. And yeah, so today when we got her nails done, she got the two colors that represented each of the witches. And I thought that was pretty cool. And we both got pink. Mine's a little bit darker, but I like it nonetheless. Okay, so let's get our, wow, my camera is really not focusing very well at the moment. You know, it's funny, all I've wanted to do is sleep all day. I'm tired today. Uh, I was okay until I went to the gym, which usually stimulates me, but I guess I was okay until I had a snack after when I got home and I got tired. But food really triggers me right now, so there's very few things that currently don't make me feel tired when I eat. That's a part of my own healing journey, which, you know, on the second level, then I get a chance to start looking at the deeper things in my health, which I'm excited about. All right, so we've got one card, spirit guides and ancestors of the collective. What does the collective need most to attract abundance and success and wealth into their life? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the first one is I'm abundantly supported by the universe. All right. The second one is I am grateful every day for the money blessings in my life. The third one is I release any fear of being wealthy with love and forgiveness. And the last one is my ideal clients find me and work with me with ease. So, for anybody who is looking to bring clients in, which apparently there are some of you out there that this will be useful for, if you're an entrepreneur or running a business and you need more clientele, well, that's a great one. Okay, let's move on and get our wonderful activity for the day. Spirit, what activity is going to best suit the collective for today's Energy Friday? That's funny. Okay, so a card just popped out and I didn't specify the day, and it was the one for Thursday, which was reunite. It's like, yes, thank you. We already acknowledged that today. But we are tapping into the energies of Friday, January 10th. That's why I have to constantly say it. All right, so which self-care activity would be best suited for the collective for Friday's energy on January 10th. Please and thank you, Spirit. Mm, okay. All right. So this one is tidy up. Okay, so you might have a bit of a mess going on. Might be nice to tidy up a few things before the weekend so that on the weekend you can rest and recover and do whatever you need to. Or maybe like this person is going through all of their files and paperwork. Maybe it's time to get to one of those projects that, you don't do as often because it is the new year. The energy, this is what I've discovered over the past few years, and stores seem to be well aware of this. The energy of the new year has people starting new cycles, starting fresh. It's just this energy that we're in is about creating new habits and new ways of being and cleaning up our spaces and getting organized, getting systems in place. So this really ties very well into the current energies, which generally, from what I find, last up until about February 12th or so. That's been my feelings around it because I usually feel quite motivated to tackle all these things around this time of year up until that point, and then the energy shifts again. So take advantage of the energy when it's here. Um, Tidying up could mean many different things. It could mean that maybe you have some tidying up or tightening up around finances, budgeting. It could be just, getting rid of things, decluttering, tidying up your spaces. Maybe it's just for the weekend. Maybe it's just so that you can enjoy the rest of your weekend the way that you see fit, you know, not doing anything that, you don't really feel like doing. So if you have obligations, you said you were going to go to that dinner party or meet these friends or see one of your family members and you really don't feel like doing it, then please respect your body. Please respect your body and listen to it because that's how you get into the flow and you build your intuition and trust with yourself is by saying no to the things that aren't serving you. And if you're tired or you're feeling a certain way about something, there's a reason. So, that's a little bit off tangent, but we'll kind of tie it all together once we get there. Okay, so let's move into a cosmic oracle card. Spirit, what does the collective need to know? Which message does the collective need to know for Friday, January 10th, please? And thank you. What message does the collective need to hear for Friday, January 10th? Okay, what was I just saying about your body and listening to it and listening to, you know, your feelings about things and not doing things that you don't feel like doing? So, listen to your body and do what it is asking of you. So, if you need the whole weekend to just recover from the week that you've been through, or from work, or from stress, or from being too busy, then Friday is probably a really good day to tidy up because the weekend is calling for you to likely call off any obligations, any extra obligations, and rest and take care of yourself. All right. And I do see this card of deserving to be healthy and deserving perfect health. So for some of you, that could very well be the thing that's going on. All right, so we're going to get a spirit message. Spirit, what does the collective, which message does the collective need to hear most for Friday, January 10th? Please and thank you, Spirit. What message does the collective need to hear? Okay. This one says, if you pay close attention, you will notice all the doors that once closed are opening up, just in a different form. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned. So I've talked about this before with regards to manifesting. In fact, I talked about this in my last video about manifesting and how that can be different. Like our 3D mind wants and desires and needs things. And so when we think of what we really desire, it's coming from the mind. It's not coming from the heart or the soul. And the soul desires something totally different than what our mind can wrap itself around. And so often opportunities, such as the ones in these doors that are opening up for you, um, are going to show up in different ways than how you actually envisioned it, how you were trying to manifest it. Because again, the universe sees an infinite amount of possibilities in how to bring something into you. And if you get too stuck on it should be like this, and it needs to show up like that, and it needs to fall into place like this, and da 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 da, all the details, then when the opportunity comes, you're never going to see it because you're too stuck and focused on the way that you see it that you won't see that there is another opportunity or many landing in your lap that will bring you to what it is that you want and truly desire. Instead, you'll just miss it because you're being too narrow focused on the details. You're fixated on the details rather than all of the beautiful ways that the universe is trying to unravel these situations for you and show you that there are other ways of bringing it in. And the universe is in control. We have to let go of this idea, which is a construct of our ego, that we have any control over the how and the when. Everything happens in divine timing, and the universe is in control of all of that, of the how. We may be able to put some details, but honestly, if it shows up in a different way, we need to just surrender and say, thank you, universe. I see it. Thank you. It may not be what I envisioned, but this is an opportunity that is worth my attention, right? So interesting that that comes up. Okay. There's a lot of mix match stuff here. So, being Friday, I think that makes sense. I don't know about you, but by Friday, I am tired and I just want to relax. And so the threads in my mind, yes, there are many, but over time, you might learn how to um, detach from all of that and just say, okay, this is time for me to recover because now I'm tired. Now my body is overworked. Now I've done a lot and throughout the whole week, and this is where I'm at. I'm being honest with myself. And so it makes sense that there are so many threads all over the place that everybody would be feeling a little bit discombobulated by Friday. I do notice that the kids at school operate in a similar way. So after the weekend, they all come back. At my kids' school, they all come back and they're all like full of energy, full of piss and vinegar, as you might say. And yeah, they're raring to go. And so then often there's like people not listening and people being too excited and people talking out of turn and yelling and being too loud. And then by Wednesday, everybody's starting to gear down. And by Friday, they're all exhausted. All the kids are exhausted and all they want to do is be done for the day. And they also tend to go back up in emotional dysregulation because at that point, they have had less sleep throughout the week. They've been super busy with all of the things, school and sometimes before and after school care and extracurriculars and homework, and then go to bed. And, you know, kids are being trained to be working adults. So in this current society as it is, so I get why everybody by Friday feels a little bit off kilter, right? By Friday, people are more tense. They're more exhausted. They they can be a little bit short-tempered. There's more road rage on Fridays, right? So things to keep in mind. I'll stop going off on that tangent, I guess. It's just Friday. All right, Spirit, what message do you have for the collective for Friday, January 10th, please? We're going to get a card from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Okay, so that says everything that you need to hear. All right, the card is no. So wait, postpone, pause, say no. So what was I just saying? So now, of course, this card be could be not just saying no to people, places, and things, right? Or people, places, and situations that maybe you said yes to, but now you don't feel like going, or your body doesn't feel like doing these things. But it could also be saying no to stand up for yourself. It could also be saying no to bad habits, bad ways of thinking, or negative. I shouldn't say the word bad. It has such a negative connotation to it because there is inherently there's no bad or good on this planet. Um, but saying no to things that possibly are going to cause you self-harm, mentally, emotionally, or physically. Maybe that's what it's in return or in regards to. So it could be a few things, and even listening to your body and do what it's asking you. That can also tie into all of those things, not just situations and people, right? It could be anything. Like if you're overthinking something and it's harming you, or you're going too far down the rabbit hole emotionally or mentally, and you're abandoning yourself in the process because it's hurting you, or maybe it's a certain way that you eat, or the certain way that you talk to yourself, or the certain way that you look at your body and how you view it. And maybe, it could be any number of things. It doesn't just have to be self um, geared towards self. It could be other people. It could be situations. It could just be that you're exhausted. It's Friday. So, you know, take it as it resonates for you and leave the rest. Take which parts of any reading that resonate for you, and then whatever doesn't fit, don't try and make it fit, right? All right. So I'm going to now tap into the angels and get a message from the angels. I call upon the guardian angels of the collective, and I ask you to please join me now. I call upon all of the archangels and the angels, and I ask you to please join me now for this collective reading. Thank you. Just got goosebumps. Angels, can you please deliver the most important messages for the collective for Friday, January 10th? What are the most important messages that the collective needs to hear and receive for Friday, January 10th? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. What are the most important messages that the collective needs to hear for Friday, January 10th, and the energy of Friday, January 10th? Thank you. We're feeling this. One more, please. Oh, there should be. Okay. Okay, so first one is starting over, angel number 210. You are presented with the opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. Release regrets and embrace the present moment with openness and optimism. Okay. And then the second card is adaptability, angel number 765. You are flexible and capable of facing changes. Trust in your strength to navigate any challenges that arise. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of have a general overview. I'm going to look at the cards and get a general overview of what I am sensing here. I do want to read this strategy card because it seems to be the only one that doesn't make sense with the whole lot of what we've pulled out. Yeah. So, pardon me. Let's read it. Okay. So, making a plan. Oh, okay. Upright. This card shows a pen, journal, and compass and key. When you receive this card upright, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goal a reality. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. It's time to take full control. Add thought to action and set your sights on the road ahead. Oh, oh, okay. Maybe it's just that I'm tired, that I couldn't quite get all the information together. All right, I'm glad I read it. So I get this now. Um, so because we are again starting over, right? We are we've closed out some cycles. We've gone through this massive portal recently, closed out as many cycles from 2024 that were negatively impacting us. Um, so this is now the time to start planning for the future that we truly desire. So saying no, saying no to anything that no longer serves us, making a concrete plan on how we are wanting to show up in the world starts by the simple act of just saying no to anybody and anything, even including our own families. Sometimes when we're overworked and we're overtired, we even have to say no to extra things with our kids. Otherwise you might get run down and sick. Sometimes we just need to take a nap and rest a little bit because it's a lot of work to go through this ascension process on top of our 3D reality and all of the things and priorities that we do actually have to take care of. So dropping as many obligations that you do not actually have to obligate yourself to out of a courtesy to somebody else um, is really important. And it's important going forward not to carry any extra burdens or baggage with you. Because, again, as I stated in the beginning of this reading, we're going to be moving so fast in 2025 that you need to lighten your load as quickly as possible. So, any excess baggage, anything holding you back, anything causing you resistance, anything creating anxiety or getting you up in your head, anything causing you that much stress, you need to let go of. And unless it is something that is healthy, that can be worked out or figured out, it needs to go. This is the year that it all needs to go. And even that includes clutter, that includes tidying up your relationships, your jobs, your environments, your thoughts, your beliefs, your finances, getting everything tidied up and on track and moving into what it is that we want. But we will need to be adaptable as we do it, right? Because again, the universe the universe is going to bring us opportunities, but they may not appear as we initially believed or wanted them to appear, right? So we have to be open. Come on, camera. We have to be open and we have to be adaptable so that we can see the doors. This camera. Sorry, guys. Okay, we have to be open and adaptable so we can see the doors opening. We can see the opportunities when they land on our step, right? We need to be able to be light and free so that we can actually walk through those doors too as they appear. So the more we can clear out from our own bodies, from our minds, from our environments, from our lives, the more baggage we let go of and the more healing we do on ourselves, then the easier it is to get to this point of having this rebirth, starting over with the plan, the strategy, the goals that we truly want to achieve. Because again, with manifesting anything, it's important to have your goals, to understand what it is that you truly desire, but to let go of the how it's going to happen. Because the universe will take care of the how, and we need to stop focusing or fixating on the how. Now, again, was that yesterday's video or the day before? I can't recall. Um, I was talking about how your heart and mind and all of that you have to be in the same resonance as and the same frequency of whatever it is that you want to attract into your life. So if you're looking for abundance in any form, but you're not operating at the frequency of abundance because you don't feel worthy of receiving it, are you going to receive it? No. So this is a good reminder, a gentle reminder that was uh, today's reading, I guess, yesterday So this is a good reminder that your heart and your mind always need to be in perfect resonance with each other so that you can become the frequency that you need in order to attract and manifest whatever it is that you need. But also staying in alignment with taking action at the same time. So creating goals is only half of it. You still, in order to manifest, you actually have to take steps in that direction of whatever it is that you manifest. And the universe, when it sees that you are doing that, that you're taking those steps towards what it is that you're trying to manifest, the universe will go, oh yeah, yeah, okay, that's what they want. All right. But as soon as you throw doubt in there and you get out of alignment and you stop taking action, then the universe goes, oh, they don't actually want that anymore. So we're not going to give that to them. Okay, we're going to stop that. So you have to stay on track. It's up to you to stay the course and to not, go from one extreme to the other in the balance of your own mind, your emotions, and your body and your spirit. Okay. Um, the other thing that I am picking up here, let's just see here. What else? Yeah, so I guess tying back into yesterday's reading about being validated, being seen, and this is tying into those of you who are looking or attracting, seeking to attract clients um, through for work. So if you don't feel seen, if you don't feel heard, if you are intimidated by those things, then there is a lack of self-worth that is underlying that again. So the only way to really operate at this frequency is to work on why you're feeling that low self-esteem, right? And then start tweaking the things that are causing it, start letting them go, working on it, right? Working on whatever the underlying root is, and then releasing the things that are causing you to have low self esteem, which will then empower you by saying no to whatever it is. It could just be a thought, like a negative, that inner critic that is in there telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy of the clients, that you're not worthy of the opportunities. And then you have to ask yourself, well, why? Whose voice is that anyway? Is that my voice or is that my parents' voice? You know, is that my voice or is that an ex partner's voice? Is that my voice or is that my boss's voice? And, you need to question that because usually it's not your voice. So then what can you do to support yourself? Everything everything that you do should be um, to support or to deny that old programming and re-support a new operating system within you. If you haven't seen that video before, go and check it out. It's how to reprogram your operating system. I think that's what it's called. Um, but that gives you the tools that you need in order to change your operating system, okay? So yeah, I'm going to leave it there because we're at 45 minutes. All right. I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing day. Get some rest. Get get all your ducks in a row today. Get the rest that you need. Start saying no to, sometimes you need a no day. Maybe you need a no day. There's that Yes Day movie. Maybe you say yes too often, and maybe you just need to start saying no for your benefit, for your health and well-being, and not in a egoic way, but no, I'm sorry, I can't do that right now. I need to rest. No, I'm sorry, I don't feel like going there. Or you don't even need to people, don't give people reasons. Like no is a complete sentence. right? And learning that it's actually okay for you to say no. If somebody else has a problem with you saying no, that's their problem. That's not your problem. It's not yours to feel bad about because if they are projecting any guilt or shame for saying no, then that tells you more about them than it does about you. It says more about who they are and all of their unhealed wounding than it does about you, right? So don't take it personally. Just say no, thank you, and that's the end. And if they ask you why, I just don't feel inclined to do so. No is a complete sentence. Okay? You don't need to tell people your whole life story. You don't need to. And this, I've had to learn this too. Trust me. I'm just speaking from like my own personal experiences going through it all. No more justifying. You don't need to justify you taking care of yourself. If somebody has a problem with that, too bad for them, right? They're the only ones with the problem. It's not your problem to put on your shoulders and take on. Those emotions aren't yours to center. Their problems aren't yours to take home after work or to center other people's lives, right? That's not yours. So don't take it home. Don't put it on your shoulders. Don't carry that heavy sack or the cross around. Don't do it. Take this time for you and start releasing yourself from anything that no longer serves your highest good. Excuse me, no longer serves your highest good. All right, that was a confirmation burp because that was very random. I ate a long time ago, so there's no reason that should come through. However, it does come through when spirit is communicating and trying to confirm things. Sometimes you get confirmation burps. Anyhow, yeah, I'll leave it there. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy your evening or day whenever you're getting this. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Love you all so much. Bye.